My name is Kalpesh Patel. I'm super amped to be your host tonight. I'm going to be sharing some information with you that I hope will inspire you. I hope what I share in the next 30 minutes moves you to a point of like, oh my goodness, this is exactly the break that I've been waiting for. Because your friend that invited you here today, they've seen something special. They've already vetted the information and they've jumped in. They said, yes, we are part of this. We want to be a part of the movement. And now we want to share this great opportunity with people that we know. What is the opportunity? Well, let me tell you. Let's get straight into the presentation and get started. This is a very short, sharp presentation, very to the point. So it requires you to pay full attention and stay focused. All right. It's really easy to get distracted and miss the point. Listen to what I'm saying. It's really easy to miss the point. All right. Don't do that. 30 minutes could completely transform the direction of your financial future if you get it. And if you don't get it, send you in a whole different direction. So be really, really focused and pay solid attention. And then listen with intention. How can the information I'm sharing with you make a difference in your life? And of course, have fun, right? Enjoy the journey. It's only 30 minutes, but in that 30 minutes, you will know if you want to stay longer or not. Right? The first half an hour is the most important half an hour. And then there's a bonus session for about 20 minutes at the end if you loved the first 30 minutes, right? So have fun, be open to learning, great new information, and enjoy the show. Before we get into the details, very important that we all understand that all projects carry risk. We're no different. Under no circumstances should this presentation be considered any type of solicitation, investment, or financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investment advisor. I am a mega passionate entrepreneur that loves making a difference. And so I hope I get to do that tonight. So then I want to just bring something to your awareness. There is an industry over the last decade that has created thousands and thousands and thousands of new millionaires. Have you heard about such an industry? Like, it's huge. So if you were serious about making money, then you would definitely have heard about the industry. If you're not so serious, why not? Let's see if we can get you serious about making money, because 95% of people on planet Earth retire broke. So I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you and your neighbors and your friends and your brothers and sisters and family and your children. I'm talking to the entire planet. This is just a statistic. Now, I've never met a human being in all of my years when I've said, hey, are you planning on retiring broke? Nobody says, yeah, of course I am. Nobody says that. Every human being I meet says, don't be stupid. Of course I'm not. And yet there's the stats. 9.5 out of every 10 retires broke, struggling for decades to get to that destination. Sometimes the struggle doesn't even feel like a struggle, right? You're making like 3-4 grand a month. You're doing way better than everyone else. And so you don't feel like you're struggling, but the result, boom, right there in your face. So what's your plan to beat these odds? That's all I'm always interested in. What are people up to get out of that disastrous end game? So here's a nice little measure. Do you remember when telecoms got deregulated in the mid-90s? I jumped straight in with both feet. I had no clue about telecoms, never built a telecom company, zero technology. My brain is not wired for technology, so zero technology knowledge. And yet I just knew that this was one of those moments in life that wasn't going to repeat itself. And if I got in and did something, who knows where could it go? And I ended up building a company that was turning over £3.5 million a month. Back in the 90s, that was a hectic company. And I did all of that from my living room, from my front room. And incredible. Nobody could have thought that would have happened. And there it was. We had hundreds of people working for us all over the country, just taking part, right? All because I said yes to taking a risk, taking a chance. What about the dot-com boom? Did you make money in that? I remember in 97, 98, I think it was 98, maybe back end of 97, I jumped into a company that was selling websites, and I started selling websites to everybody. Now, people didn't even know what websites were in the late 90s, but there I was selling them. Why? Because I have this incredible ability to see into the future and take action. And so there I was selling websites. Everyone's looking at me going, what the hell does anyone need a website for? What are you talking about, Kalpesh? And made a fortune. What about the app boom? In the last decade, you've had an opportunity to get into another massive multi-billion-dollar space. Did you? I've worked with 3 companies over the last 10 years that were in the app space and made a nice little tidy fortune alongside whatever else I was doing as well. Now, Here's the thing. Just because I'm good at making a fortune doesn't mean I was good at keeping it, right? I spent too much and I gave away way too much. Didn't have some of the fundamentals built. But the point is, having made gazillions and spent gazillions and given away gazillions, I wouldn't change any of it. Because once you learn the skills, you never forget. And so I want to ask you a question now. If you didn't make money in all of those opportunities, why not? What about mobile phones? No, not even that. There you go. So what if you were given another chance? What if that happened? See, for me, life is good like that. And every now and again, it will put something in your way that if you see it, it can transform everything. And if you don't, life just carries on as normal. There is an industry, it's called the blockchain industry. It's a blockchain technology, a technology that's revolutionized the way that the world is working, right? It rewrites the way money works. And so money is the most profitable industry in the world. And the first time in our history has money been deregulated, meaning it's been passed where the power of money has been always in the hands of the few, to now it's in the hands of the many. The public has now got control of their financial decisions. It's phenomenal. And so cryptocurrency is allowing us to regain power around money. And it's an industry that is attracting trillions of dollars, trillions. It's already gone past $2 trillion already, and it's climbing fast. And people are predicting it's going to go into the tens of trillions over the next decade. So are you going to miss out again, or will you course correct? Will you manage to do something different this time and take advantage? The question really boils down to, are you ready? Like genuinely, are you prepared? Is your money hat on? Is your brain tuned into abundance, or are you still stuck in the old world model of fear and scarcity? Well, if you're ready, guess what? I'm going to make some big, bold promises. Imagine I show you a company that's built on honesty and integrity. It's solid, credible, documented, well-funded, with experienced owners who are trusted by all of the leaders in the industry. And it's in the most profitable trend this decade. That's what we've got our hands on. Your opportunity to get in early with the number one company in the space is what's being offered here today. Hypertech Group is the world's strongest blockchain alliance. They are building the world's best blockchain community, and you can be a part of it today. So the story so far, in 2014, our founder, Ryan Zhu, and his business partner, Sam Lee, set up a company called Blockchain Global. They invested over $300 million in a whole bunch of projects of their own. And guess what? Today, it's a multi-billion-dollar group that works with governments and Fortune 500 companies on progressing blockchain conversations. Offices in 22 locations around the world. Now, really, to be honest, that one company alone is enough to build a multi-billion-dollar opportunity through, right? But we don't stop there. In 2015, Ryan Zhu funded $400 million into another 300 projects. This time, not his own, other people's projects. And today, Collinstar Capital is the world's biggest blockchain VC company, with over 40 of the biggest exchanges on the planet funded and 12 of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. Now, if you don't know what an exchange is, it's like a bank. In this new economy, a cryptocurrency exchange is like a bank. And a cryptocurrency is like paper money, the money that you're used to spending, right? So this is the new economy. It's where it's all happening. All of the heat is here. All the fortunes are being made here. And you can jump in with us in a most stable, solid environment to profit from this boom. In 2016, Ryan Zhu pumped $50 million into a project working with IBM, working with top universities to solve a quantum resistant security issue. So quantum computers are here. If you haven't heard about them, you will. IBM owns more than half of them, hence why he chose them as the partner to work on the problem with. And quantum computing, quantum resistant security is helping solve the security risk when quantum computers come out. They're thousands of times more powerful than our supercomputers that we run the world with. They're going to allow us to evolve and accelerate our progress thousands of fold, really fast once they roll out. And Australia's version of NASA, which is known as CIRO, Australia's National Science Agency, said that this is the most advanced blockchain project on the planet, a patented technology that is way ahead of everything else. Then in 2017, Ryan Zhu spotted another opportunity. He saw a company called BW.com became available and he purchased it for $100 million cash. Boom, done. Transaction done. How many people do you know that go out and buy companies for 100 mil just like that? Boom, Ryan did that, right? And so today that company has mined over $20 billion of assets. So think about this. Imagine you started 100 million today And 3 years later, you turn that 100 million into tens of billions. Would you take an individual that could do that seriously or not? I do. And hence why I said yes. When I saw this, and I was like, if this is true, if I can verify that this is true, then I'm partnering with this company. I'm going all the way to Mars with them. All right. So you can join us on the journey to Mars. So if you love what I've shared with you, then meet the man behind the dream. Ryan Zhu is our founder. He's a self-made blockchainer. Since 2009, he got into the crypto world. He started mining Bitcoin. Mining is the process by which cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies are created. Mining is a process where supercomputers solve problems to produce crypto. And Ryan was doing that when nobody even knew what crypto was, let alone what mining was. He's launched many of his own cryptocurrencies. So like Bitcoin, there are literally thousands of coins out there. Ryan launched Hypercash, HyperDAO, Molecular of the Future, all of them phenomenal projects. He's also funded projects like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, the second biggest crypto in the world, Tether, the third biggest crypto in the world, Monero, XRP, so on and so forth. He's also listed companies on stock exchanges around the world. He's the first person in the world to do that. Blockchain companies were refused by governments to be listed. They were refused by financial authorities worldwide to be listed on the stock exchange because all of them said it's not a real business, it's not a serious business, it's some side hustle that's not going to go anywhere. Exactly like people said when mobile phones came out. Exactly like people said when the internet came out. No different. Everybody laughed at blockchain for the first 10 years. But in the last couple of years, that changed. In the last couple of years, governments, large institutions, organizations, everybody finally got it. They're like, oh my gosh, this stuff's here to stay. He also owns the Who exchange. Who.com is the 19th biggest bank in the world of cryptocurrency. It does over $1 billion a day in transactions. That's right. You've never heard of Who, have you? If you're not from this industry, you haven't heard of Who. And there it is, $1 billion a day. That's the beautiful thing about this industry. Nobody knows about it, and it's doing trillions, all around the world. So there's one little company, tiny little fish, doing $1 billion a day. ZB.com is another massive exchange that Ryan is a 35% shareholder in, majority shareholder. He also owns 3% of Binance. Binance is the biggest bank in the world of crypto, doing over $30 billion a day, every day in transactions. And they just get a clip. Every time somebody buys crypto, ka-ching. Every time they sell crypto, ka-ching. And Ryan is earning ka-ching from 40 plus different exchanges around the world every time somebody buys or sells cryptocurrency. Imagine. That's why he has rightly earned the brand amongst the upper echelons of cryptocurrency and blockchain as the king of the space. He absolutely dominates and owns the space. He's the lion of this jungle. Then we've got Chairman Sam Lee, Ryan's business partner, a very well-known blockchain speaker since 2011 on the circuit, teaching people about blockchain. He's also co-founder of Blockchain Global with Ryan, as already mentioned. And also they've opened up 16 centers around the world that educate the public on blockchain and crypto for free. That's right, 16 different cities around the world have blockchain centers where people can walk in and learn about blockchain and crypto. How amazing is that? They want to open up 300 of these. Sam has also appeared on CNN, BBC News, Forbes, Bloomberg, China's big media channel, CCTV, so on and so forth. The list is endless. He's also spoken at the United Nations, the World Economic Forum, about the future and the blockchain impact that it's going to take over the next decade or so. And clients of Blockchain Global include Fortune 500 companies such as Amazon, Microsoft, and many others. So he, in Australia, has built his brand and reputation over the last decade as the crown prince of blockchain. Isn't it amazing when the king of the industry and the crown prince come together to offer us an opportunity? It doesn't get better than that. Our CEO is Jaden Wee, a self-made investor in the crypto space, made tens of millions by the time he was 26 years old. He then became an exec director on Collins Star Capital with Ryan, a hedge fund manager, worked with governments all over the world on blockchain technologies, and has led some of the biggest investment projects in the blockchain space over the last 5 or 6 years. And he's an absolute authority and expert in the industry. Here you can see Sam Lee, rubbing shoulders with, shaking hands with, and being photographed with dignitaries and authorities and decision makers around the world. We've got Australia, Russia, Indonesia, Montenegro, Geneva, Thailand, Denmark, and Pakistan. This is just one tiny screenshot. There are tons and tons of these kind of agreements around the world to develop blockchain conversations globally. They also own the world's biggest blockchain bank. It's called HyperBC. You can open your Play Store or App Store right now and download the app HyperBC and open up a bank account. Available in 176 countries around the world. We've already got over 1 million happy customers over the last 3 years. How about that? Tried, tested, and proven. And then in last year, in 2020, they launched Hyperpay. That's another app you can download and benefit from, where you can order your Visa card. There's a nice, beautiful picture of it. Spend your cryptocurrency anywhere in the world as if it's cash. How about that? And all of this has been created over the last few years. Here's the unique kind of credibility point of the card. $50,000 a day spend approved by Visa. That has never happened to this date on planet Earth that I know of, that a blockchain and crypto card has got approved for 50,000 a day limit on mass scale. It's absolutely insane. That's a breakthrough. Now, what does that tell you about them? That they are worthy, that Visa trusts them to the highest level. They've got liquidity. MasterCard trusts them to the highest level. All other crypto cards, the big brands on the planet, have a limit, 500 a day, 1,000 a day. They're capped, a couple of thousand a day, done. That's all they can afford. These guys, they go in heavy. Again, tons of documentation to show their partnerships and associations and business launches and projects around the world that they own, they run, and they help and support. All right, Yahoo Finance talks about us there. You've got Australia's NASA talking about us. So we've got a huge array of success. All right, so they say success leaves clues. Guess what? These guys have left more clues than Hansel and Gretel. So what's next? They've done all of this without us. Why do they need us? You might be sitting there thinking, if they've got all of this, they've got the money, they've got the contacts, they've got the technology, they've done everything from top to bottom and from side to side. They're integrated into the entire industry, vertically and horizontally. They've absolutely nailed it. Why on earth do they need us? Very simple. They've got even bigger vision ahead. They are putting together a blockchain ecosystem. That's right. They are the masters of blockchain. So why not they launch the blockchain ecosystem to the world? Now, blockchain is a technology that brings trust and transparency into all conversations and transactions. And all of a sudden, you can now see why money is the hot subject of blockchain and crypto, because isn't trust and transparency missing in the world of money for the last 5 decades at least since I've been alive? Absolutely. And so look at this. They've already delivered Hyperpay, done. Hyperbank, done. Molecular of the Future, done. HyperDAO, done. Hypercash, done. Mars Mall, delivered. And they're bringing the rest to play in the next couple of years. So they're delivering technology. They've already delivered tons of it, and they're bringing much more. What do they need us for again? Customers. They've only got 1 million customers plus on Hyperbank. There's 7+ billion people on the planet. Even 1% would do, wouldn't it? So we've got very little penetration in terms of customers. And so they're on a mission through Hyperfund Global to build a community of entrepreneurs that can bring them an army of customers. All right. So our job today is to help you get into the community, and the community's job is to bring customers for free. Could you get people onto Hyperbank for free? Hyperpay for free? Hypermall, a blockchain mall like Amazon, for free? Can you sign people around the world for free on all these projects? Of course you can. So for people that are willing to do that, there's a fortune to be made along the way. But even better is look at the exit now. Boom. To publicly list Hypertech Group on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange as the world's biggest blockchain IPO. If you didn't make money out of the IPOs that have passed, whether it was WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram, or previous to that, whether it was Amazon or Apple or IBM, if you missed out on every massive opportunity in your lifetime, don't miss out on this one. This is it, my friends. It's happening again during your life. Opportunity is saying, hello, are you ready to take me seriously this time? All right. So this is our chance to do something special. So you can join our community today, get education on blockchain and crypto, receive passive daily rewards. That for me is the hook of the century, because every member gets free rewards every day. It's a gift that comes into your back office and you can cash your rewards out going forward for a fortune. More about that in a second. And then we've got our exclusive pre-sale offers. This company gives us a heads up on the best projects around going forward. I've been with the company now 15 months. They've offered 7 projects. All of them have been a hit, every one of them. Some of them have made 100% gain, some 200, 300, 400%, and a couple of them more than like 10x growth in just 3 or 4 months. So if you love the idea of where this is going, get yourself on board. It's painless. 300 Tether gets you in. Tether, I already mentioned, is the 3rd biggest cryptocurrency in the world. The reason we use it, it's a stable currency. It means that 1 Tether is always locked into the dollar. And so a dollar is a Tether. So 300 Tether, you can actually buy that with $300, right? You take your $300, you go to any of these big crypto exchanges like Binance.com and you buy Tether. Bang. Swap your paper money for crypto money. That doesn't go like that and throw you off balance. It's like that, solid and stable, fixed at $1. Boom, and you're in the game, all right? So no monthly fees, no forced upgrades, no hidden agenda. That's it. Over 200,000 members around the world have already joined us, and I hope you're going to join us today as well. So again, you might be wondering, how on earth do they give us a 0.5 to 1% a day, Kalps? I mean, that's a huge chunk of change right there. You know, how do they produce 0.5 to 1% a day of rewards? Very, very simple. They are, as I've already mentioned, one of the big 4 mining operators on the planet. So these 4 companies account for 60% of all Bitcoins manufactured on the planet. All right. So they're one of the biggest mining groups on the planet. And they've been doing that for 3 years and they continue to move down that journey. But prior to that, Ryan's been mining since 2009. All right. So, he's an absolute master and legend. I don't even know how big he is on a personal level, but just in terms of the big 4, he also owns one of those. So everything I've shared so far is all money making. They have got cash cows everywhere. They know how to scale businesses. They know how to build them. They know how to scale them. They know how to make sure that they're all highly profitable. So they've mastered that side. They also earn, as brokers, fees from listing tokens onto big exchanges, and they get a clip on every transaction on the planet when people buy and sell cryptocurrency on over 40 exchanges. But forget all of that. Even if they didn't touch any of those mega money-making lottery machines they've got around the world, they are well-known crypto whales, famous crypto whales. It means that the world knows that when they decide to sell crypto, the price goes down, and when they decide to buy crypto, the price goes up. They influence crypto prices, all right? So when I say they influence, they can move, like every crypto, they can move it by a couple of percent this way and a couple of percent that way, and a couple of percent this way and a couple of percent that way. And they can do that all day long, every day, all over the world. So this is like being on the right side of the casino table, all right? So if you understand how casinos work, you might have heard the phrase, the house always wins. Even when the customer wins, they lose. The long game always is customers losing and the house winning, all right? Because that's just the nature of how that business works. Here, these guys are the house. When it comes to blockchain and crypto, they can do with our money what we couldn't do, all right? So they are giving us that break. Thanks to Ryan Ju. You can hear all about him on Amazon Prime. There's a documentary. If you've got Amazon Prime, where you are, jump on there, look up Next Blockchain. If it's still on, watch all 6 episodes. It's phenomenal. You're going to love it. You're going to learn about this extraordinary industry that is just going at the speed of knots all the way to the moon and back, right? So that's what we're building here. And so if you haven't got that in your country or where you are, get a recorded version from your friend. We have got a recorded version that is available. So now let's talk money. Now that we've got the credibility done, transparency done, who they are, what they do, how they do, and how profitable it is, now that you know they can deliver your 0.5 to 1% a day, let's see how that works. When you buy a membership, you receive 3 times your membership back, all right? So for example, if you purchased a 300 Tether package, you would receive a gift every day of 1.5 units at 0.5%, right? 0.5% of 300 is 1.5 units, all right? 1 unit is worth a Tether. So now you're getting 1.5 units every day back until you've had 900. How cool is that? When's the last time you tripled anything in value, all right? Now, at this point, when you've collected 50 units, you can either withdraw, so you can take your profits and spend them, or you can rebuy. That's the option you have. The reason I highlight that now is I'm going to show you how you can use the magic of rebuys to really create wealth, right? Because let's face it, 300 to 900, as nice as it is, as smart as it is, as intelligent as it is, it's not going to transform your life. It's not going to change your life forever. It's nice. That's all it'll ever be, is nice. Like, that was a nice result. I turned 300 to 900. Now, if you're more ambitious and you're able to, why don't you jump in a little bit higher? There's no upper limit. So based on your individual situation and your personal appetite for risk, given all of the evaluation that you go ahead and do with the due diligence document, you can make whatever decision you want. We've got people, tons of people jump in at tens of thousands and sometimes even hundreds of thousands. And we've even had 3 clients that I know of so far come in at $1 million a piece. All right. So everything is relative. You do your due diligence. For me, if it's good enough for people coming in at $1 million, they would have done way more due diligence than I did. And so it's good enough for me and everyone else. Right. So that's this deal. Now I want to give you some examples. Let's say you just come in and started with 10,000 Tether membership, right? So you went to the marketplace with $10,000, you purchased 10,000 Tether from a crypto exchange, and you handed them over to Hypertech Group to work for you. Now your money's working for you in the crypto world, and you're getting back a gift of 0.5% a day for being part of this community. That's 50 units a day, every day. You will end up withdrawing, and you can withdraw it every day, although I don't recommend it because it costs you $3 plus gas fees to withdraw. Wait for it to build up and take out 500 at a time if you want, or 1,000 at a time. But here you go, 30,000 units coming back your way, done. All right, 3x, nice, clean, and tidy. But if you don't need that cash flow, which is 1,500 a month, by the way, right? 50 a day, 15% a month, 1,500 a month, done. If you didn't need to pull it out and spend it, well, then you're in a really strong position because you can take advantage of the rebuy strategy. If you rebuy every day with those 50 units and put them back to work for you, then day 1, you start with 10K, day 2, you've got 10K, and then you've got a 50K working for you, a 50 unit working for you. Day 3, you've got 10K, 50, and another 50 working for you, so on and so forth. Think of it as a conveyor belt. You're adding new 50s on the conveyor belt, that spit back out to you at 150, 3x every time, which means that by the end of month 1, if you now start withdrawing every day, you can pull out 35K almost over the next 21 months. What would you rather have? Start with 10K today and have 30K in 20 months, or 35K in 21 months? Can you see the power? The power of delayed gratification. Absolutely insane. All right. Einstein talks a lot about this concept. Look at this. Example number 3. If you were able to hold off for 5 months, delayed gratification for 5 months, don't spend your money. Hold on to it, 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 and bang, then withdraw everything for 20 months. And over the 25-month period, you walk away with 64K. That, my friends, is real. All right. And it's as real as it gets. And you can do that. In the next couple of years, you can turn 10K into 64K, and you can use that 64K to wipe the slates clean. Control, Alt, Delete. Put yourself back onto zero with an opportunity to build rather than constantly suffocating, trying to swim in quicksand. All right. So most people on the planet are in debt. This is, for me, a very, very powerful get out opportunity. And again, if you're able to hold off for a year, you walk away with 185K in just 32 months. If you can picture it, most people can't picture that far forward. Most people living day to day, most people can't even picture next month, right? But if you can picture it, if you have vision, or if you can train vision into your mind, 32 months, boom, that's life-changing stuff for most people, right? So here's the numbers again from another perspective. Let me say it another way. If you start with 10K today, you'll get 30K back over 20 months. And that means that you're pulling out 1,500 a month every month. Done. But if you rebuy, then, after a month, you're pulling out 1,745 as an average. After 5 months, you're pulling out 3K. And after 12 months, you're pulling out 9K a month. Can you see that? That's nuts. Like in the first month of withdrawals, you've almost broken even. You've got your initial back, and then you've got another nice 19 clean months of banking the profits. All right. So here's another little tip of getting wealthy. Most people spend what they make. Wealthy people spend what their money makes. Have a look. How much is your money making for you? Is your money employed or is it unemployed? Is it working or is it sunbathing? Like, what is your money doing? Is it collecting dust or growing? Most people don't know this stuff. They weren't taught, they don't teach us this at school. This is self-education, right? And so look, don't confuse this with other Billy Bob deals, right? There's a ton of Billy Bobs out there that will fleece you every opportunity they get. They'll paint a nice, pretty picture, have no experience, no background, no deep pockets, in fact, empty pockets. They're looking to you for money to build their company. There's a gazillion of those projects all day, every day of the week, all right? That's why I say that something like this doesn't come across your table every day. So here are some common responses and questions that we get. Kalpesh, this seems too good to be true. That's one of the most common responses we get. And I say, do you know what? That's why the due diligence is important. Check it out. Make sure you understand the timing of what's going on here. Kalps, I'm new to cryptocurrency. It's okay. We've got you. Your friend that invited you will show you how to buy cryptocurrency, show you how to buy your package. They'll hold your hand step by step and show you how to get into the industry. We have ongoing training, the back office, the education is awesome. So everything's there for you to learn and step by step, get familiar with this space. Can I withdraw my initial membership if my car breaks down next week? No, you can't. So just know that, right? Once you purchase your membership, that money is working for you as you intended it to. And what you can withdraw is your daily rewards, the gift that you get back daily. Every time it accumulates to 50, boom, you can withdraw. You have access to it anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What happens after my membership has tripled? Nothing. That's the end of the agreement. However, if you've been rebuying, then your initial 300 may have become 900 after 20 months, but then don't forget you've got 50 turning to 150, another 50 turning to 150, and you might have a whole bunch of those depending on how long you did your rebuy for coming back to you. Can I top up? Yeah, anytime, right? So if your account goes to 0 on pending rewards, you can bang another 300 in there and boom, you're up and running once again for another 900 out, all right? So minimum 300 or more. How do I join? Get back to the person who invited you and they will show you how to buy Tether, how to send it to your account, and how to purchase your package, all right? Now, very, very important if you're new. I get horror stories from members trying to be clever, or I should say new people trying to be clever, not holding the hand of their sponsor, going into the world of crypto, having never done it before, and sending different cryptocurrencies to the address. And in this industry, you will lose your money if you send the wrong money to the wrong account, right? So don't do that. It's simple, it's easy, but if you're new and you don't know what you're doing, it's also easy to get it wrong, right? So just make sure you get the help of your friend, please. That's why we say there's a system in place, all right? So listen, if you're a yes, congratulations and welcome to the family. Your job is very, very simple. Next steps. Number 1, join, all right? Your friend will show you how to do that after this Zoom. Number 2, scan the due diligence, get more comfortable, build your belief, get comfortable and understand what's going on here. And number 3, come to these Zooms. We hold them every day. We've got trainings all weekends as well. So there's loads and loads of opportunity for you to get in and come into the community, become part of the community, because there's so much more available than just 3X or just the rebuy strategy, all right? We've actually got a proven success system that works and creates wealth. So if you like the idea of becoming wealthy, 3X is not going to do that for you. Neither is the rebuy strategy on its own, unless you come in at like $1 million, right? But most people don't come in at $1 million as you would have rightly worked out anyway. So come in at whatever level you can and then use the strategy I'm going to share in part 2. So now you get to hear from some of our members and a couple of testimonials before we move into part 2. And if you love part 1, my goodness, get ready. Part 2 is going to blow your socks off. So this is your opportunity to step over your fears, step over your doubts, and just hear what some of our members have to say. I'd love to invite Paul to unmute first. Hi, Paul. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and share.
Hi, Kalpesh. How are you doing? Good to see you again, my friend. Yeah, listen, some of you may be familiar with my story, but I lost my wife to COVID last year. I lost my job at Christmas. We lost £5,500 income between the two of us, and I was reduced to £100 a week through fostering. We've been foster carers for 25 years. So my future was kind of not looking great, to be fair. But luckily enough, I'd come across this through my sponsors, Sharon and Dan, and I realised this looked like it could be my answer. But my head was in the wrong place. I was going through depression, struggling financially. It wasn't great. I've got money invested. I've got gold, silver, some crypto, other currencies, but it's all tied up. Can't use it, can't do anything with it. So I decided, you know what, if the opportunity presents itself, I'm in. And lo and behold, on the 17th, I got access to a paid up pension, and I came straight in with 10K. I quadrupled my income the day after I signed up. Quadrupled it. I'm now on 1,500 a month. I just made my first withdrawal of 500, which I showed yesterday on the recording. So I know the system works. Guys, this is my last chance. I've done so much. I've been stung, I've been hurt, I've been robbed, I've been kicked, I've been everything else. But this is, for me, the real deal. It's life-changing. It's changed my life. And now I'm changing the lives of others. I'm helping poverty. I'm helping people in orphanages. I've got 7 orphanages that I contribute to now. And it's just changed my life. I'm just so grateful that my sponsors knew that this was right for me. They didn't hound me. They didn't harass me. They just kept saying, "How's it going, Paul? Where are you at? Look, you need to keep looking at this." And I did my due diligence. Still doing it, because I kind of think someone's going to wake me up and find out that this is all a dream. But yeah, I've got a friend on here tonight, and I hope he can see the beauty of this. This for me is the people's money. It's getting it away from the banks. It's getting it away from governments. We control our destiny. And I think for the first time in the history of the world, people now have the power to change their lives rather than be influenced by other people's lives. So I'm grateful. Kalps,
Thank you so much.
You're
Love
amazing.
you too, my brother. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful share as always. Next up, I want to bring in Larry. Hey, Larry, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm real good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think, the more that people, and I think America kind of woke up here in the last few days, and I think that's why we went down, because people are to research. And the more the research they do, the more healthy that is for the whole space of blockchain and where it's going, because people are lost. I mean, they're buying the coins that are just like made for nothing. I mean, just buying everything, and you can't just buy everything. There's going to be some winners. There's going to be some Amazons. There'll never be another Tesla. But I'm going to tell you, the world is going to change a lot, and I want to be a part of that. And that's why I'm a part of this group. And I love going on the app and going to the academy and learning about different things, because that's what we need to do. That's what all of us need to do if we want to make a difference.
Amazing, isn't it? Love it. I love the academy as well. It's it's
it is
in there, isn't it? Love it. Thank you, Larry. Beautiful. So again,
Absolutely.
so when you sign up, you're going to get access to a library of videos with little mini tests as well, just to make sure that you're getting it as you're going along. Starts off nice and easy, basic baby steps. Basic, intermediate, and beginners, intermediate, and advanced level education modules. Really, really awesome. Joel, how we doing, buddy? Love to hear from you. Please unmute.
Hey, Kalps. Really good.
Hey.
Thanks, man. It's been an absolute brilliant day. It's remarkable, isn't it? You can set a goal, no matter how big it is. It's almost like insurance when you're setting a goal, like house insurance, because you pay monthly for the insurance and you don't get that investment back. In this case, membership, you have to wait for it. But as it slowly matures, and if in the event a fire was to break out, of course, that insurance is there. Exact same thing here, guys. You have an insurance that over a period of time will pay you off. And, you don't actually have to suffer at the hands of the banks, where they're going to pay you 0.01%. It's not even a penny on your hard-earned cash a year, where you can get between 0.5% and 1% here. So our goal is really to get to 1 million in overall team value. That's by the end of this year. So we're really excited. I've been on the phone all day, and Kalps, I can't even thank you enough for all the support over the last 16 years. You have been consistent. I can tell you've been doing it for a long time, because you just don't change your spirit, your energy, your vibe, and most of all, you know, how much you give, man. I have to thank you so much, Calp. So it's thank you from me. She's getting involved as well, by the way.
Awesome. Welcome.
And let's really take it to the next level. Thanks, Calp.
100%, Joel. Thank you so much, my brother. Awesome. Looking forward to an amazing journey ahead and transforming many, many more lives. So with that said, I'm going to jump now into part 2. So as I've already told you before, if you loved part 1, oh my goodness, you're in for a treat, right? How many have we got in the room so far? 891, almost 900 happy people in the room so far. If you're not happy about part 1, this is your opportunity to jump out. Just click on the little red button on the bottom that says leave. Boom, you carry on with your life, no problem. Just one little bit of advice I always give everyone that comes for the first part. If this wasn't for you, find something that is. Don't ever give up on your dreams, right? You came here because you were open to something. Remain open until you find whatever it is that you're looking for, all right? With that said, thank you so much. We love the fact that you came and at least gave us the first half an hour of this presentation. Now, if you're staying behind, and we're all still here, I'm in, then part 2 is where it gets really juicy, right? Because like I've mentioned before, 300 or 1,000 turn into 3,000. Nice, not going to change your life. To be honest, even 10,000 turn into 30,000 is not going to change your life. It'll be nice. That's all it will be. And it'll be a great nice. You know, you'll have 20 months of 1,500 a month coming in. Beautiful. Who's going to knock that on there? Nobody. But if you want to really look at how you can transform the way you relate to money, how you transform the way that money works for you for the future, then part 2 is where it is all at. So I'm going to come back in the room and I'm going to continue the journey. So this is for hungry people with a burning desire to thrive rather than just survive, right? And just by sharing your story, you can start winning. So just like you heard a few short stories there, you know, I teach people to learn to tell a 60-second story, all right? If you can learn to tell your story in 60 seconds, you can get the attention of tons of people every day. And the story can be really simple. Hey, listen, do you know what? A friend of mine showed me something recently. I got involved with them on a phenomenal project. I get paid every day. Boom. People want to know what's going on. So just learn to share, you know, nice little nuggets, drop the nuggets in and then let them grow, nurture the nuggets, let them grow into curiosity, let them grow into people wanting to know more, and then bring them to the Zoom and let the Zoom do the work. You get to make a massive difference to the lives of many. And so with that said, let me show you how the company rewards people for helping grow the community, because that's what they want. They want a community of millions of people that will bring tens of millions of people to the ecosystem. All right. So that's what this whole project is about. When you refer people directly, think Amazon, think affiliate program. Very simple. All of the big companies think Facebook. You know, in Facebook, you invited all your friends. You remember that? You might have forgotten. It was about, you know, a good 10, 12 years ago that you got onto Facebook, right? So you may well have forgotten how it worked. But you got an invite, and then you got, you know, your app, you had a little pop-up say, would you like to invite your contacts? And most of them went, yep, and boom, all of our contacts got a message saying, come and join me on Facebook. We built all of those networks for free. They made billions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions. How much did they give you? Nada, zero, nothing. All right. Here, every time you refer somebody and they sign up, you get the opportunity to get a 20% rewards match, which means whatever they receive every day, you get a 20% match of that. For example, you invite John, John buys a membership, whatever passive he gets every day, 20% of that match comes back to you as a thank you every day. It's insane. Now imagine if John's excited, he might bring his sister along, right? Then his sister will sign up through John's link. John's on your level 1, John's sister ends up on your level 2. Got it? Well, if John's sister's on your level 2, at this point, you're not qualified to get anything. But if you go and refer one other person, then you unlock level 2. In fact, you can unlock 20 levels by referring other people. So when you tell Jane, Jane signs up directly onto your level 1 alongside John. So John and Jane are your contacts, but it unlocks level 2. So when John brings his sister Mary, boom, you're going to get a 15% match every day on Mary's daily rewards. And you can go ahead and unlock up to 20 levels by referring 20 people. That's it, my friends. That's our entire pay structure explained. 1 page, 1 minute, napkin presentation done. There's no complicated equations to work out and balancing acts and this and that. No, nothing. That's it. You tell as many people as you can. Each one opens up another level, and then you get a kickback on all of their daily rewards. Done. Now, what all this does is accelerates your 3x. There's a magic in this. Watch how it works. I'll explain it on this page. So pay close attention. Take a deep breath, lean forward if you have to, sit up, do whatever you got to do to engage your body in the conversation. And now learn this. Let's say that you've purchased a 300 tether membership. We know that turns to 900. And that will kick back to you at a minimum of 1.5 units a day as a gift until you've had 900 units back. At that rate, it takes 600 days. All right, do the maths. 1.5 a day times 600 days, 900 units, done. But if you referred John to a Zoom call, you said, John, listen, a friend of mine invited me to see this information. I checked it out, loved it, and decided to get on board onto a phenomenal project, joined an amazing community. And guess what? Today, I got paid. John, it's been a week now since I spoke to you. I've been getting paid every single day. I want you to come and check it out on the Zoom. John still doesn't show up. Give it another week. John, it's been 2 weeks. Every day I'm getting paid. I want you to check it out. You can get paid with me every day. John comes along because, oh my God, I can't believe I wasted 2 weeks. Let me get in. John comes in for 1,000 tether. John gets 3,000 back at the rate of 5 a day. 600 days later, John's had his 3,000. Because you referred John, the company gave you 1 tether a day. John got 5 a day, you got 1 a day for 600 days. Done. Now here's the magic. Are you ready? Your 300 doesn't take 600 days anymore to triple. You got 1.5 a day coming in passive on your own membership. You got 1 a day coming in from your referral, meaning you're on 2.5 units a day, which means it only takes you 360 days to triple your membership. Got it? Doesn't have to take 600 days. Less than a year. It can go even faster. How? Watch this. You invited Jane as well to unlock level 2. Do you remember? So Jane comes in. She's a better contact of yours in terms of finances. You know, maybe more careful with her money, or more of an entrepreneur, has made some money along the way and got some cash liquid available. Go, bosh, 10,000 tether. I'm in. Thank you, Kalps. Love it. In this scenario, Jane's going to get 3x back at the rate of 50 a day for 600 days. The company gives you 10 a day match. 20% of 50, 10 a day, 600 days, 6,000 units to you out of a 10,000 referral. That's why I'm telling you, after 25 years of full-time professional marketing online, there has never been a better program than this. And look at the magic. Your 2.5 from John and you, plus 10 from Jane, push you on 12.5 units a day. In 72 days, you will have had your 900 units back. Where else can you triple in 72 days? It gets better. John brought Mary along, remember? John brought his sister Mary to the Zoom. Mary loved it, said, thank you, John. Gosh, I've been looking for something. Comes in at 10K, ends up getting 50 a day every day for 600 days. John receives the 20% match. You get a 15% match. Boom. Add the 7.5 a day to your 12.5 previous, and you're on 20 a day. 45 days, triple, done. What more do you want? 1.5 months, and you've tripled. You can now imagine what happens if you told 3 or 4 people, and they told 3 or 4 each, and you've now got a dozen people on your second level. The numbers go ballistic. So let me just recap in another way. So for every 1,000 tether of referrals that you make, your contact will get 3,000 units back, all right, in rewards every day as a gift. You receive 600. If they just come in and withdraw everything over the next 600 days, you receive 600 in rewards as a match, 20% of 3,000. Level 2, people you don't know, your contacts, you get 450 per 1,000. Level 3, 300 per 1,000. Level 4, level 5, level 6, 150 per 1,000. You could have dozens of people on those levels. You could have hundreds of people on those levels, making you thousands and thousands and thousands of units in rewards just because you had a conversation with a handful of smart people that you know. How about that? This goes down 20 levels deep, my friends. Who do you know that demonstrates their commitment to success? A lot of people talk a good talk, right? I'm not saying bring the pipe dreamers along. You'll find plenty of people sitting in a pub getting drunk every weekend, talking about fast cars and big houses. They'll never drive one and never live in one. I'm talking about people that actually have a dream, people that actually have goals. They have aspirations. They want to progress. They want better. They know they've got more inside them than the system gives them. If you know people like that, bring them to the Zoom. Bring your best contacts forward and build your empire. All right. Now imagine if they understood the rebuy strategy, because I just showed you what happens if they just are passive. What if they did the rebuy for a year? Well, 1,000 goes 6x in 1 year. We know that. And the 6x triples. All right. So boom, you're going to end up with 18,000 units for your contacts. So you tell John comes in 1,000, rebuys for a year, and then withdraws every day until the next 600 days. Boom. John pulls out 18,000 units after 600 days on top of the first year. Boom, done. Look what happens to you. 20% of 18,000, 3,600. 15% on level 2, nice. 10% on level 3, life changing, my friends. And imagine this now going down to 20 levels. It's insane. Where else can you sell something for 1,000 and get 3,600 back? Hyperfund Global is where. Here you can get your, literally get your skates on, pull your finger out, as they say, and get to work. And you can turn your dreams and desires into reality. All right. And so teach your team to plug in every day and really get the duplication machine going, and anything is possible. We also have this rank advancement ladder. You can sit down with your friend and they'll show you how to get through that later on. But in a nutshell, as you start sharing, the more people you share with, the bigger the team you build, you move up this rank and you get an overrider up to 12% per account every day on every level. Level 1 goes from 20 to 32. Level 2 goes from 15 to 27. Level 3 goes from 10 to 22. Can you see? You add 12% on all 20 levels, but look at the top of the slide. This is an infinity reward. It means level 21 is 12% if you're a 5-star. Level 22 is 12%. And however many levels your organization goes around the world, 12% on every account matched every day. When you get to 2-star and above, you tap into a world pool, global pool, 4 of them, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. They get bigger every time you climb up a rank. So that's what's available. These are our rank advancers around the world. Massive hats off. These are just in the last couple of weeks. Massive, massive achievements here. And these are the ones during the previous part of May. You can see loads and loads of qualifications. This is all May. Amazing, right? 1 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. These all qualified in May. All right. These ones qualified the year that we've been going, the last 14, 15 months. Massive, massive congrats to all of our members around the world that are climbing the ranks of success, working hard, working smart, building their future. I love this. Each and every one of these smiley faces deserves to be here because they've built an organization that's worthy of recognition. And then you've got 3 stars. Check out the smiles. They get bigger every time you move up another rank, right? And why not? So they should. And, onwards from there, our 4-star rock stars around the world. And again, last but not least, the 5 stars. These are the people, they are what we would call in Goodfellas, made men and women. They are done and dusted, all right? They've knocked it out the ballpark, done what needed to be done, and achieved the top result. And here you can see Ryan Zhu having a fun time with us guys. We were blessed. He showed up out of the blue. He just surprise visited us here in Dubai. We were invited to Dubai for a meal with Jade and Wee and the management team early in February. We all flew over, and it was awesome having a meal and sharing some laughs and sharing some vision for the future. And all of a sudden, bang, in pops this casual guy chilling out, and we didn't even notice because nobody knew he was coming, right? And all of a sudden, he's run around the table, shaking everyone's hands, looking into their eyes, thanking them and being grateful for what we've done. And it was New Year's for them. Chinese New Year's is a big deal. For him to fly out to Dubai to greet us, only to go back into a lockdown for 2 weeks in China, away from his family, is insane. He doesn't need to do this. This guy, worth more billions than anyone knows. And he's spending time with us in the field because he wanted to show his appreciation for the work we're doing. So we're super blessed to have such an owner amongst our midst. So again, check out the due diligence. Do not take this moment in time for granted. Do not tarnish this opportunity with the others that you might have seen elsewhere. Don't try and even compare. They don't compare. We are leagues apart. So get this document from your inviter and just check out their mega success story. With or without us, they're on their way. They're already the #1 blockchain crypto company on the planet, full stop, by a long stretch. They're just empowering their technology with people now, hence why this window has opened up for us, a window of maybe 3, 4, or 5 years to get them to the IPO, right? When they get to the IPO, all of us that got in the community will benefit from the IPO. That's the ultimate dream. How many stories do you read of people that got in this early on an IPO? Oh my gosh. What wishes are you still holding on to that could come true through here? What wishes have you not buried? What wishes have you not given up on? Let's dust them off and let's go to work. There are many opportunities all over the world, I know. But opportunities like this, do you know what? They don't knock often. When they do, pay attention. When this opportunity knocks today, your life has got a sliding doors moment. Take that opportunity and do what you know you can, right? Unless you don't, all right? So, maybe you want your life to stay exactly as it is, and that's fine too. So in the beginning, I promised to show you a company that was built on honesty and integrity, solid, credible, documented, well-funded, with experienced owners who are trusted by leaders in the industry and in the most profitable trend of the decade. Your search is finally over. If you're genuinely and honestly looking for an opportunity, then we have delivered today. And the key here is to make sure you follow through with not just a decision, but with action. And we'll support all of that. We do wicked trainings for everybody, right? We have such a blast in our trainings. So winners make great decisions. This 95% of everybody retires broke. We already know that. That's a global international statistic that the Industrial Revolution has produced. Cool. We appreciate that that's where it's at. What's next? Blockchain, crypto. The new economy has started to the wheels have turned, the new economy is in motion, and there will be families in this industry that will be set up for generations to come. But they won't be the people that are operating on fear, indecision, and poor decision-making mechanics, which is why people retire broke. There's no reason to retire broke other than those kind of decision-making practices. So, and again, a reminder, it is a $300 decision and not a $300,000 decision. So don't really pour so much fear over it, like you're going to die if you make the decision. Just relax, step forward and learn about what's going on. Step into your power, have courage, and make that great decision today. And join this like-minded community on this march forward to empowering people with blockchain and crypto knowledge, wisdom, and of course, rewards. So don't let this be another missed opportunity. We're going to come back into the room now. I want to leave you with this little phrase here that I love. We rise by lifting others. I think that captures it all. Your inviter has already made their decision to move their life forward. They now want to lift others. And so I hope that you decide to join them, although that will always be your choice. And,